Well, from immigration to taxes, the candidates took on a range of topics on last night's main stage.
And I spend my days defending the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I think there's nothing more important than understanding that the Constitution restrains government, not the people.
Domestically, we'd be operating under a tax system that eliminated the IRS. People wouldn't be punished for their work and for what they produced.
One of the things we must recognize is that this country is of, for, and by the people. And it's really time that the government get out of the way and let the people be the ones who decide how they want to run their country.
But as we discuss the debate, we're also observing Constitution Day. So which candidate laid out the plans while upholding the Constitution and standing for smaller government? Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano is here to discuss. I have a feeling you liked that last sound bite from Dr. Ben Carson.
I did. I liked the 3 sound bites that you just ran. And today, of course, in just a little history lesson, in 1789 was the day that the Constitution became effective. By its language, when 9 of the 13 colonies ratified it, it became the law of the land. And today is when the ninth colony did it, and they became states.
So who do you see on that stage
well,
right
here's the thing: this is the fundamental question, in my view, in this election. Is the purpose of the Constitution to unleash the government, to right any wrong and regulate any behavior and tax any event? Or is the purpose of the Constitution to restrain the government to just those areas in the Constitution that the federal government is allowed to regulate? There's only 17 of them. Only Rand Paul and, to some extent, Ben Carson and Mike Huckabee were even willing to address this issue. The rest of them, and we know them, some of them are friends of ours, some of them are friends of mine, acted as if the federal government had no limits to it.
When it came to drug use, marijuana.
Right. Well, Governor Christie wants to break into people's homes if they're smoking marijuana in their basement in a state where it's legal. That's an abuse of power, and the federal government shouldn't be involved in that. One of the beauties of the states and the federal system we have is that the states can be experiments of liberty. If Colorado and Washington want to experiment with the marijuana, they ought to be able to do it, and the federal government should stay out of the way. And if you like it, go to Colorado, and if you don't, go to New Jersey.
The 10th Amendment made its way onto that stage.
Yeah, and I was happy to hear that debate about the 10th Amendment. The 10th Amendment basically says this Constitution delegates specific powers to the federal government, and what it doesn't delegate to them, it keeps in the states. Most of government in the United States is run by the states and not by the federal government. You wouldn't know that to have listened to them last night. And I was very happy to hear Rand Paul remind people that civil liberties have to be defended. Your right to speak, your right to travel, your right to worship, your right to say what you want.
Okay. Judge Andrew Napolitano, love your analysis.
Oh,
as
pleasure.
always, great to see you.
Good to be with you.
It was a big night last night.